9 Palestinians from the same family have been killed by Israeli airstrikes in Jabalia. Amongst them were 2 parents and their 5 children. Several others were wounded when a 4-story building was also hit. Civilians are digging through the rubble and recovering bodies. The number of confirmed dead is expected to rise. Israel also carried out attacks in the southern city of Khan Younis, killing at least 4 people. 2 displaced Palestinians sheltering in a tent were also amongst the dead. There were several other injuries. Deaths from starvation will likely pass famine levels in northern Gaza as soon as January, according to a US global food crisis monitor. The Famine Early Warning System network says unless Israel allows more aid into northern Gaza, between 2 and 15 people a day will die of starvation and related illnesses from as soon as next month. The mortality threshold for famine is considered to be 2 or more deaths a day per 10,000 people. The UN says all aid has been blocked from entering northern Gaza once again, with only 12 trucks able to deliver food and water since October. Hani Mahmoud is live for us in Deir el-Balah in central Gaza. Before we talk about the famine itself, Hani, let's just bring ourselves up to speed with the attacks overnight and into Wednesday morning.
Well, as of this moment, the funerals here at the Al-Aqsa Hospital are taking place for those who were killed in the overnight attacks here in the central area. There are other funerals, processions taking place at the vicinity of Nasser Medical Complex in the city of Khan Younis. But we're looking at a total of 9 people in the central area of the Gaza Strip in the city of Khan Younis, including children, including couples, including as well displaced couple from Gaza City who were sheltering in one of the residential homes in the Nusayrat refugee camp. And this a woman and her husband happened to be owners of a startup, a project, an entrepreneur, an activist, a writer as well, that been killed in the attack, in the overnight attack. And this is not the first time we're seeing these deliberate attacks on prominent figures in the Palestinian society. The Israeli military has already killed many of the professors, of college professors, medical staff, as well as community leaders across the Gaza Strip, despite all the evidence that they have no association whatsoever with whatever the Israeli military put on the list as a side of accusation. These are community leaders, people who provided for their community and quite essential to the improvement and the betterment of the Palestinian society. On a separate attack, almost simultaneously within a span of short time, another attack in Jabalia refugee camp killed 9 people from one family, including father, mother, and their children. And as of this morning, the report that we have, that rescue efforts have come to an end and were seized due to the danger involved in continuing rescuing those who might have still been missing and trapped under the rubble because of the drones, the quadcopters, the risk that is taking place in northern part of the Strip as the war continue, as the ground offensive is extended to include not only just residential building but also the public facilities, including hospitals in the northern part of the Strip.
Let's talk about the northern part of the Strip, because obviously we've just been talking about the fact that no aid has been getting in there for months now, and now these reports of famine emerging. What are you being told by people you're in contact with about the seriousness of the situation?
Well, as of this moment, we know nearly 80 days the trapped population in the northern part of the Strip don't have any proper access, or the access that they have is equivalent to none to any of the basic necessities, including food supplies, water, medicine, as well as life-saving resources that is not available for them. Let's remind the viewers that tens of attempts by UNRWA, by other organizations to deliver much needed aid to northern part of the Strip were blocked by the Israeli military. It was not only until the WHO managed to deliver a fuel and some of the basic, and again I'm emphasizing the basic medical supplies to Kamal Adwan Hospital. All the other attempts were blocked by the Israeli military, or as soon as they were allowed into the northern part, they were targeted and destroyed by the ongoing attacks. People for 80 days, and even before that, famine was building up. People lacked the proper access to any of the basic necessities. Food is not available, and if it's become available, it's depleted. It's not available at larger quantities, which increasing the prices for basic goods. And at this particular time, with no proper flow of cash, people find it very difficult to provide for themselves and for their families, particularly for vulnerable groups, the children and the women. And we look at whole entire population that have gone hungry because of the lack of food. There is one particular incident that keeps taking place in the northern part of the Strip. As soon as aid was not available in the northern part, so people relied on their agricultural land in the northern part of the Strip, tried to plant food to make up for the lack of food supplies. These agricultural land, these plots of land were destroyed by Israeli military, just destroying their last resort for people that rely on to provide for themselves. The starvation going on. There are many people who died of malnutrition, died of starvation, and as of this moment, we can say starvation is used as a weapon of war by the Israeli military.
Hani Mahmoud there for us in Deir el-Balah. Thank you.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.